Hey, look at this, folks. Celebrating 150 years. St. Pancras. Since the first train came into the station on the 1st of October 1868, St. Pancras has seen major transformation. It suffered war damage, was threatened with closure and demolition before it was saved to become in 2007 a major national and international transport hub and visitor destination. Wow, and look, that's kind of like what it looked like back in the day. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So that's what it looked like back in the day, and look at that. That's when it suffered the bomb damage, I guess. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, so it's celebrating 150 years. It's quite amazing. I'm glad they saved it though, I'm glad they did. Because it is an amazing, impressive building. You have to marvel at those Victorians. They had a lot of faults, but they also had some quite amazing aspects to them as well. But yeah, this is St. Pancras station today. By the way, that piano that you can hear is Joe Public playing it. Isn't that cool? I love the fact that they've got these public pianos and people can just come along and plonk away at them. And some people can't play it, but there's a few. And in fact, I did film, I caught the last part of him. There was a young kid, and he... sorry, I'm distracted again, as usual. Yeah, anyway, sorry, right, so, yeah, funny enough, it was actually that same piano and all, and the kid, yeah, I don't know, sort of late teens maybe, couldn't have been much more than that, I don't think, and, you know, I don't know where he's from exactly, he wasn't English, but his English was pretty good, but there was definitely an accent there. I couldn't place it though. And I stood and listened to him for, I don't know, a good 5 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, I can't quite remember. And I was, you know, listening, but I didn't get the camera out. I didn't want to film, I felt like I was intruding. This was a good couple of years ago now or something, I can't quite remember. In fact, you know, I can't quite remember when it was, but I definitely, in the end, I did turn the camera on him towards the end of it, and I just caught literally the end part of this music that he was playing. And it turns out, because I got chatting to him, because I said to him, look, hope you didn't mind, blah blah blah, I just thought your music was amazing. This kid was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, I'm not kidding you, he was amazing. The passion, the way he played was just amazing. And so much so that in the end I did film the last part of it. I just caught the last, I didn't know it was going to be the last part of the piece he was playing, but it turns out that he wrote that piece. And in fact I did vlog it afterwards, I vlogged it outside. I remember now, I went outside because I was going somewhere, but I can't remember what it was or where. It could have been to Radlett, but and maybe the thing was closed or something. Where was it with that time? But that was just last year, I'm sure of it. Because there's the Thames link, look. But I'm just trying to remember, because I definitely went outside there, and I think it's when I had my big yellow jacket on and all. You know, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was something like that, around that sort of time. Anyway, this kid, like I said, I think, because I said to him, told him my name, my YouTube channel, and this, that, and the other, and they'd be on there, and what have you, sort of thing, you know, just to check it out if he wanted to, sort of thing, and what have you. So, but like I said, it turned out he wrote the piece himself, and this kid was just phenomenal. I mean, what an amazing pianist, man. I mean, flipping heck. And it's like, I've said this before and all, that to me, and this is just my opinion, like, obviously I'm not saying, because I'm not an expert necessarily or anything like that, but I really truly believe that there's two kind of types of like musical abilities, or whatever you want to call it. One is where you get somebody who's technically really, really good and can play an instrument to, you know, that's really, really, really well, but there's no real passion, no real soul to it. Then you get somebody that can play who's really, really rubbish, you know what I mean, and can't really play that well, but has got the passion. But then when you get that combination of the passion and the talent mixed together, that's when you know you've got something really, really special. And I swear to God, that kid had it in spades. I'm not kidding. He had the talent. There's no two ways about that. He could play that piano like flipping heck. Like, I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to think of a comparison, and I can't in a minute. But that kid could play like you wouldn't believe. And like I said, it wasn't just the technical ability, which he obviously had, but it was also the way he played, and the passion that came through it. Do you know what I mean? Was just, oh man, that kid's got talent. If that kid doesn't go anywhere, then there's something seriously wrong, because he was amazing. Absolutely, seriously amazing. Right, okay, so I'm at the prep 24-hour prep thing, like I said, and I am going to get myself a coffee, and I shall catch you folks later. So, like I said, I've been trying out this new way of ending the vlogs, so not sure how to end it pointing the camera in the opposite direction. It's easy enough this way, I'm trying to do it the opposite way. Interesting. So for now, I'll catch you folks later. No, hang on, I completely screwed. I completely did that wrong, didn't I? So for now, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you folks later. Bye for now. Hi folks. By the way, I painted my blue trainers black this morning. I used this ink that I've got, which is printing ink. Not printing ink as in computer printing ink. One that, oh, never mind, sorry, I'll tell you about it later. But yeah, I painted them black because I didn't want to walk out with wearing all black sort of clothing and what have you sort of thing, and then bright blue trainers, because they're the only trainers I've got left that don't leak, at least underneath. They do if it rains and the water goes on the top, because you see they're aerated. So they got like those little holes, perforated holes, because they're like proper running shoes, these ones. That's why they were bright blue. I bought them at the time because I thought, like, oh yeah, they look cool, I'll definitely wear them. But that was when I was wearing more brighter colours, and these days, if you've noticed, I tend to wear mostly black or grey or whatever sort of thing. But at one time I used to, I think I've shown you a couple of them. Joanne wears one of them to this day. When she comes round, she puts this shirt thing on, and it's like bright shirt that you'd have to, in fact it was a Planet Hollywood shirt it was. I got it from a shop in Peckham. Can't remember how much it cost me now, but it was really cool at the time, and I really loved it, and it was like so bright you'd have to wear sunglasses to, you know, to look at somebody wearing it, like, you know. But I used to have a ton of them. Used to have a ton of these different, and in fact I've still got a few knocking about somewhere in the house. I know I have. And who knows, maybe this summer I might don one or two of them, maybe. But yeah, I was renowned for it for a little while. You know, people that knew me and what have you sort of thing, you know, I would, you know, be wearing very bright clothing. I didn't have black jeans, all blue jeans at the time, blah blah blah. But you know, as you get older, I don't know, you get more conservative with old age. Not in terms of politics, by the way, just in terms of, like, I don't know, actually. Sorry, I might be being a little bit, what's the name, because, like, I'm actually in a fair bit of pain right now, and I'm just basically trying to laugh it off as much as I can, and so I'm just trying to grin through it and bear it. I'm actually sat down on this very cold metal bench. There's identical benches just over there, and I'm sat on one of those, and it's freezing cold because it's metal, so that it's not very comfortable. I managed to get myself a free coffee, by the way, because I had one of those cards that they were handing out, those promotional things I might have mentioned before. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. See, because like my foot, my leg and my back are all hurting me, and I'm actually starting to feel quite tired. It's now sort of 11:45, 10 to 12. But the thing is that, like, even if if I sit down, it flipping hurts even more. So it's kind of like a case of like I have to keep walking, because otherwise it flipping hurts too much. But the thing is, I want to sit down because I'm tired. Boy. So anyway, right, okay. So yes, again we find ourselves here. Slightly better weather though this time, at least. It's not as cold, although it's still cold, but it's not as cold, and at least it's not raining, which is a good thing. Last couple of times I've been here, it's either been snowing or flipping raining and tons of wind and flipping ugh. Do you know what I mean? I'm really cold. But right, okay, so I might call this the last stop, to be quite honest. I'm not sure yet, because my leg and my back have seriously given me some jip. So I think what for now I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it here, and I shall catch you folks later. Bye for now. Okay folks, so I just had to do another vlog because like there was one of these was parked near my shop about a week ago now, roughly, and I keep seeing these bikes everywhere, and they're just randomly parked in sort of like different places sort of thing, and there's a ton of them. There's like, there must be a fleet of these things, and obviously they've got some sort of like locking mechanism on the back there. The brakes, I don't like the brakes on them, because the brakes actually brake the tyre, because if you see, that's the brake pad there. So that's the brake pad that actually goes on the top of the tyre, and you can see where the brakes are. Look, the brakes are there, and then that is the braking mechanism, and you pull that brake, presumably that then clamps onto the wheel, and it's the same at the back. Same thing at the back. You can see there the brake there, and so that then pull on that, and then that, because at first I thought it was the mudguard or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like I thought maybe that's a mudguard, but as far as I can work out, mind you, looking at that and looking at the one at the front, I'm not so sure they are exactly the same, because I can't see how that, because that's bolted on there. That's actually bolted to there, so how can that actually move? Maybe that isn't the the brake, sorry, maybe I was wrong. Maybe the brake is actually, yeah, maybe they are sort of rudimentary, but you see the mechanism, you see what I mean about the mechanism on there? Makes it look like it's a lever that would pull, and with the spring would then force this to close on that. So maybe the front one is a brake, but I'm not sure. And that's the other thing as well about the wheels. I noticed that the wheels are single spoked. Do you know what I mean? On one side, they're not double spoked like most bicycle wheels. I mean, there's a bike shop right there, and if you see what I mean about the spokes of the wheel, they're double spoked. So they're spoked on both sides of the wheel. This one only has the spokes on one side of the wheel. But anyway, so my point is I've been seeing these things all over the place. Just in random places. Do you know what I mean? Just random spots. And it looks like there must be a fleet of these things. Do you know what I mean? And I've actually started to see different ones as well. Similar sort of design, but sort of like a different colour and a slightly different design to it. But the thing is that, like, you've got the Santander, can't speak. The Santander bike things, which you can hire, and you see them all over the place, and there's usually a big massive rack of them knocking about. I'm sure I've caught the odd one or two in a video here and there, but I'm not 100% certain, to be quite honest. And maybe at some point I can point one out to you anyway. But yeah, what the heck? yeah, so yeah, trying to think. Sorry, I get this distracted. Sorry. Right, yeah. So I'll have to show you the Santander bikes at some point. But there are a fleet of bikes that at one point were, which were originally, Barclays sponsored them. So it was Barclays that sponsored the flipping. Oh, the light, man! The light. So Santander sponsored them at Barclays, then Santander took them over. They were introduced by Boris Johnson originally, apparently. I don't know if it was his actual idea or somebody else's put to him or whatever, I don't know. But they were originally, people had sort of christened them the Boris bikes or whatever, something like that, because like obviously he introduced them when he was Lord Mayor. Anyway, like I say, so there's a ton of those. Like I say, it's now Santander, so they're now Santander bikes, whatever. But there's fleets and fleets of them, and it's all part of TfL, Transport for London, and you can hire them out, and I forget how much it is, and it's all what's them. And there's machines there where you can, I think, where you put the money in, and I don't know exactly how it works because I've never used one. But anyway, so I'm kind of like, is this just some entrepreneurial person's way of like, right, well, if they're doing the Santander bikes, why don't I do something similar? And so that's what I'm thinking these bikes are. So the one just down there, sorry, I don't know why the heck I kind of walked up here for, really, because I'm still waffling on about this bike. But yeah, so I don't know, to be quite honest. You see, look, there's a picture of a bike on here. Brompton Bike Hire. Okay, so maybe there is more individual companies that are now taking this on. Do you know what I mean? And yeah. Oh, and the fold-up ones, these ones, because I've just noticed the little sign. Look, the little thing. Look, you can see it's fold-up bikes. So, and this one's Brompton Bike Hire. So, yeah. So it seems that. Oh God, I keep forgetting about the light. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, great. You see, I really need a camera light. I really need a camera light. Yeah, so it looks like I said, that's maybe what these random bikes are all about, you know what I mean? So, right, okay, at the moment, like I said, I'm really am starting to struggle with this pain, actually. That's kind of why I'm sort of divery and what have you, sort of thing. So sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to leave it there for now, folks. I'm going to drink my coffee because it's getting cold. And I'm going to definitely shut up because I need to, because I'm just waffling on like an idiot. Right, catch you folks later. Bye for now.